Hey folks, welcome back to the What's the Story channel, where we take a little dive into all things story related to online games and various other games. Nowadays it is World of Warcraft, soon to be another upcoming game within this week. Hopefully we'll be getting to that. But we continue on with our lore walking. Lorewalker Cho here in Dornegal. My previous videos covered the stories with Xalatath and with the Ethereals, and now... Oh yes, now my friends, we get to see exactly what the story is with the Lich King. Yes, I know some of you are waiting on this one right there. Such a popular character in the franchise, despite the fact that we've taken him out in various forms over various expansions. He just keeps coming back, because all you member berries people need to have your Arthas fix every expansion, apparently. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get to it here. What does it say here? Arthas Menethil. It is said that when he was born, the very forests of Lordaeron whispered his name. But did the forests of his youth know what he would eventually grow to become? Well, okay, so a whole lot of you old school folks know that most likely a whole bunch of this stuff is going to be old Lich King things from... probably from Wrath of the Lich King, and we're probably gonna see his contributions and flashbacks in a couple other expansions. They'll probably talk about the Frostmourne tie-in in Shadowlands in this, I'm sure. But you know, if it's anything like these previous two lore-walking treks, there's going to be it's usually like three sections. The first two sections are going to be background and some old school stuff to get some lore. You know, it's the clip show, basically. It's the clip show of previous episodes. And then part 3 of the lore walking is of that particular section, for as it is for all 3 of these sections, is new content, because we had new content for Xalatath and the Ethereals at the tail end of these two, and it's probably going to be the same thing here. So I'm curious to see what the new content is in terms of what they do with the Lich King this time around. So the toy, and let's see, remember the tale of Arthas Menethil. You take on his visage. So we get to look like King Prince Arthas, perhaps? Or we get to look like the Lich King? We'll find out. But, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get to it.
I must warn you, friend. This is not a tale for the faint of heart.
Oh,
the
we know.
Lich King. A figure so horrible that his very legacy defies remembrance.
Yes.
Perhaps we should recall instead the prince, who had yet to become king.
Okay, so we're probably gonna start with the culling of Stratholme.
Hello.
How much you want to bet me? Let's see. The story of Arthas is one of tragedy and caution. He was... I gotta try to do the Cho voice. He was the best his people had to offer, and that set him on a path which destroyed both the future king and his kingdom. Alright, so who was the Lich King?
Tread lightly. And so begins the tragic tale of Prince Arthas Menethil.
Alright, so we have expert backhand and training strike. Strike to teach, not to wound. And you hold back using your martial mastery to teach a valuable lesson. Stuns the... Okay, so this is strike and this is stun. Alright. Yes, we've got Uther here. Or Uther, rather. And why can I not move? I cannot move all of a sudden. Okay, hold on a second. Let's reload.
I need a target.
Oh, there we go.
There you are, lad. We've been waiting for you.
Alright,
Well met.
and we speak with Uther, and this is what Arthas looked like before he became the Lich King. Yes. Alright. And actually, maybe this is new content, because I don't recall anything like this in a flashback in any of the previous expansions. Alright, so a prince's duty is Uther's thing. And for those of you that do not know, Uther, of course, is the paladin who was the teacher and the tutor and the mentor of Arthas before Arthas gets a hold of Frostborn and eventually betrays him and slays Uther, which I'm sure we'll probably see in the over the course of this lore walking episode. Anyway, let's get to it. A prince's duty. It's a big day, lad. We've got a parade of the troops, a visiting contingent from Ironforge, and I hear word from your your father, King Tyrannus, will be here to oversee everything. It's days like today that you've been forged for, Arthas. Inspire your men, prove yourself, whip these troops into shape. No doubt Mirrodin has been itching for a brawl as well. And that's Mirrodin Bronzebeard, if memory serves. So, spar with the troops in the Lordaeron
Seek
garrison.
justice, not vengeance.
Yes, this is in Tirisfal Glades at the Scarlet Monastery, before it all went to hell.
What are your orders?
See you later.
Ah, for crying out loud. Well, this just takes forever. I'll be feeling that tomorrow. Hold on a second. Did I pick up that quest or not? Because it should have appeared over here.
The light shines upon us.
Oh, okay. All right.
Uther, may I have a word? There's been something on my mind.
When has that ever not been the case? Speak up then.
I've trained hard as a Knight of the Silver Hand, done my best to be a Paladin of the Light, but I'm still also Prince of Lordaeron. And one day, I'll be king. What happens if, at some point, those two duties conflict with each other? Which one wins?
Ha. Well, I know much of knighthood and little of royalty, but I do know what it's like to stand at a crossroads. My advice to you is this. All you can do is look down the paths in front of you and do your best to see what lies ahead. Only then can you decide which path will best serve your people in the end. For that is the duty of both Prince and Paladin.
Look down the path and see what lies ahead? That's your great advice?
I can impart many a lesson, my boy, but experience will always be the better teacher. Now go on. Your future awaits.
Okay.
Well met.
My blood and honor be
Seek
served, boy.
justice, not vengeance.
Yes, the impatient youth. Always trying to find the right. Okay, so I don't know. What do we do now, though? Do we have a? Do I have to just spar with another one?
Can I help you? See you around.
Alright, well, let's spar with another one, and after we get done sparring with this one, and then we'll go back to Uther and see if maybe there's something else. So maybe that's what we have to do, is we just fight these guys one at a time, and then we just go back. That seemed a bit much. I love how the hair bounces as he walks. Alright, let's go ahead and come on back here. And
The light
anything? No?
shines upon us.
No, that's not it. And was there anything here when we first came in? And nope, they just a random dead end. They just made it a dead end so we can't leave the monastery. Or the garrison, as I keep calling it because this very much obviously looks like the courtyard of the Scarlet Monastery. Ask a question. Let's see. Tell me about Uther. Tell me about. Okay, let's get a little bit of background for those of you that don't know the background of these characters. Let's go ahead and chat. Let's get some stuff going on here. All right, so Uther. He asks about Uther, and Lorewalker Cho says, originally an accomplished knight, Uther Lightbringer was one of 5 men who were trained by Archbishop Alonus Fowl after the fall of Stormwind in the First War. In due time, those 5 candidates became the first knights of the Silver Hand. Uther was a hero of the Alliance of Lordaeron, an ally of King Arthas Menethil II, and young Arthas Menethil's mentor as well. Yes, we talked about the mentor thing. It was Uther who helped train Arthas until he became a paladin of the Order himself.
Farewell.
All right. Tell me about Arthas and Jaina, because we'll have something with Jaina eventually here. Ah, young love. Arthas met Jaina Proudmoore when they were still both young. Yet over the years, they met again and again. He a prince of Lordaeron, she the daughter of the Lord Admiral of Coltyrus. Rank placed them as equals, but their love of life, of adventure, of knowledge, that was what brought them together. Perhaps in another world, they would have stayed together. Would that this were a happier tale, but history has as much its share of tragedy as it does its joyful moments.
Every good story needs a hero.
Yeah, so they were a couple many years ago until
Greetings.
Arthas lost his way. Yes, it is Bronzebeard. Yes, tell me about Mirrodin Bronzebeard. All right, so this is the background for Mirrodin. Mirrodin Bronzebeard was one of 3 Bronzebeard brothers. His eldest, Magni, was a dwarven king, while his youngest, Bran, eventually became a renowned explorer. During the Second War, Mirrodin served as liaison between the nations of Lordaeron and Khazmodan, building a relationship with King Terenas and eventually becoming the official ambassador to Capital City. Although Uther Lightbringer would one day teach Prince Arthas the ways of the paladin, it was Muradin who took Arthas under his wing and taught him how to fight in combat. The two were very close companions and friends throughout Arthas' childhood into his adult years. All right, so they were childhood friends who grew up to know each other a little bit more.
Eyes open. Always be learning.
All right, here we go. All right, so let's see if there's anything over here. No. Is there anything more over here? I don't see anything. Oh, there's Mirrodin right there. Oh, we got a spar with Mirrodin. Okay, that's the quest right there. Mirrodin says, they'll just let about anyone in here. Hey, lad? It's good to see you. Hey, let's spar.
Show me what you've got.
Alright.
Ah! The princeling has some faith.
Uh-oh. Hit me with a thunderclap, huh? Alright, so just... Oh, okay, now it pops up. Alright. For some reason, it just didn't, Okay, so I'm gonna have to... go back and... I'm gonna have to go back and train 4 more soldiers, it looks like. So bear with me, guys, while we do this little thing. Ah, there we go. I had to hit the interrupt there.
Uther trained you well, Arthas.
You do your order proud, boy.
And your kingdom as well. Come, my son. We have much to attend to.
Yes, I shall in just a minute. I have to fight a few more soldiers, so bear with me, Father King. Ah, for crying out loud. This would have been just as effective if with 3.
All's quiet, Commander.
Be careful.
Ah, man. Slow going. Ah, there's 4.
Good to see you, Commander.
Have a good one.
Oh, for crying out loud. Taking forever. Feel free, guys, for those of you that are watching this, feel free to fast forward a minute or 2 here, because I know you don't want to sit
Orders, Commander.
through all of this boring part.
Forward the lines.
Alright, come on, almost there. Oh, there we go, okay. Now we can turn this in. Alright, well, apparently Jaina was back there somewhere. Because there was an option to speak with Jaina. Is she out here? Is that? Yeah, there she is. There's Jaina right there. Let's go ahead and... Ah, yes, that's her old school look that she had many, many years ago when we first met her.
It's good to see you.
Let's talk to Jaina.
Jaina, what are you doing here?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your training.
Why are you hiding away back here?
I didn't want to distract you. I just wanted a little break.
They put too much pressure on you in Dalaran.
I could say the same for you. They expect so much of you.
Come visit.
What?
Come see me. My family and my kingdom. Take a real break.
You're right. I should. I will.
Care to stay longer today?
I can't, but... seeing you was enough.
That was sweet. That's a sweet little nice moment between young lovers. All right, here we go.
Hello, my son.
Ah, there's King Tyrannus right there. All right. Well done, my son. I heard the soldiers from all the way over here. Sounds like you gave them a lesson in humility and the way you handled Meriden, but of course, you were born for this.
As both prince and paladin, Arthas placed the future of his kingdom above all else. Then, one day, a terrible plague beset Lordaeron, one that turned its victims into the undead.
Ah, yes, and now we're getting to the...
How does today find you?
Yes, what happened now? Well, we know what happened next. This is where we're gonna get the culling of Stratholme, I think. Or is there something within Lordaeron?
Having seen the horrors afflicting his
Nope,
people,
yeah, this is Stratholme.
Arthas believed it a mercy to spare them from such a fate.
Yes.
Glad you could make it, Uther.
Watch your tone with me, boy. You may be the prince, but I'm still your superior as a paladin.
As if I could forget. Listen, Uther. There's something about the plague you should know. Oh no.
Too late. These people have all been infected. They may look fine now, but it's just a matter of time before they turn into the undead.
What?
Yeah.
This entire city must be purged.
How can you even consider that? There's got to be some other way.
Damn it, Uther. As your future king, I order you to purge this city.
You are not my king yet, boy. Nor would I obey that command even if you were.
Then I must consider this an act of treason.
Treason? Have you lost your mind, Arthas?
Have I? Lord Uther, by my right of succession and the sovereignty of my crown, I hereby relieve you of your command and suspend your paladins from service.
Arthas, you can't just...
It's done. Those of you who have the will to save this land, follow me. The rest of you, get out of my sight.
You've just crossed a terrible threshold, Arthas.
Jaina?
I'm sorry, Arthas. I can't watch you do this.
Yes, and that was the end of the relationship between Jaina and Arthas. The rain falls, and now we have the culling of Stratholme.
Take position here, and I will lead a small force inside Stratholme to begin the culling. We must contain and purge the infected for the sake of all of Lordaeron.
Arthas has resolved to put the city to torch. So, we're going to head on in and talk to Arthas. Can I? Yes, I can mount here. Okay, good. How much of this are we going to see? Are we going to see a whole bunch of this portion of the dungeon or not? All officers should check in with me when their squads are ready. We'll enter Stratholme on my word.
Sacrifice for the greater good.
Are you ready to do whatever must be done to protect Lordaeron? Yes, my prince, we are ready. The city must be put to the sword.
Ready. Remember, these people are all infected with the plague and will die soon. We must purge Stratholme to protect the remainder of Lordaeron from the scourge. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Pardon me, excuse me. Alright, so... now we're in. Do we talk to Arthas again? Yes. Prince Arthas, may the light be praised. Many people in the town have begun to fall seriously ill. Can you help?
You need something?
I can only help you with a clean death.
And now he starts to kill
That was just the beginning.
This is the beginning. I've been waiting for you, young prince. I am Mal'Ganis. As you can see, are now mine. I will now turn this city, household by household, until the flame of life has been snuffed out.
I won't allow it, Mal'Ganis. Better that these people die by my hand than serve as your slaves in death. Mal'Ganis will send out some of his Scourge minions to interfere with us. Those of you with the strongest steel and magic shall go forth and destroy them. I will lead the rest of my forces in purging Stratholme of the infected.
Could
All
the
right.
people of Stratholme have been cured and saved? We may never know. Arthas was unwilling to risk the rest of the kingdom. All he could offer was a clean death and swift vengeance.
Alright, and now we skip ahead to the end of the dungeon. This is,
This city will be cleansed.
I'm ready to battle the Dreadlord. Hunt down the Dreadlord who has brought ruin and plague upon Stratholme. going to finish this right now, Mal'Ganis. Just you and me.
This will be a fine test.
Easy.
I can't stop that.
It's just begun, young prince. Gather your forces and meet me in the Arctic land of Northrend. It is there that we shall settle the score between us. It is there that your true destiny.
I'll hunt you to the ends of the earth if I have to. Do you hear me? To the ends of the earth! You performed well this day. Anything that Mal'Ganis has left behind is yours. Take it as your reward. I must now begin plans for an expedition to Northrend.
Arthas did not relent in his pursuit of
One
Mal'Ganis.
less obstacle to
He
deal
would
with.
deliver retribution for what the Dreadlord had done, and for what Mal'Ganis had forced him to do in return.
Yes, forced to completely obliterate a town or a city within the kingdom of Lordaeron, the beginning of the evil turn of Arthas. Let's see. I'm a little lost where this. Well, I told you guys exactly. So I'm hoping we don't need to go there. Let's see. Tell me more about Mal'Ganis. Mal'Ganis, the creature was one of 5 dreadlords who were sent by the Burning Legion to serve as jailers of the Lich King. They were meant to keep the Lich King in check and to ensure that the plague of end death spread as it was supposed to, weakening Azeroth's population in the process. Mal'Ganis initially led the Scourge forces in Lordaeron, when the Lich King chose Prince Arthas as a suitable champion to his cause, Mal'Ganis helped concoct a plan to lead Arthas to Northrend.
Mal'Ganis will pay for this.
There, a dreadblade and an even more dreadful fate awaited the prince. Yes, and this is a storyline that was in all the way back in Warcraft 3 before WoW even was around.
Tread lightly.
All right.
Greetings.
All right. So what happened after Strathmore?
Every good story needs a hero. Few survived the expedition to Northrend. Restless ghosts haunted those forlorn shores long afterward.
Yes. We are just above Naxxramas right there. All right. And this is where we met Arthas in Northrend when he first arrived. And we meet up with a dwarf by the name of Auric Trueheart. And it says that he has a quest called The Forgotten Tale. I don't know if this was part of WoW. I think this may be part of the quest line that was in Warcraft 3, and now we just get to see it in WoW format, perhaps. Let's see. So, The Forgotten Tale. The toxins in the Murkweed elixir will render you unconscious. So powerful is the effect of the Murkwood that even your spirit will be fooled, allowing you to temporarily enter the world of the dead. Once a spirit, you must speak to the ghostly Dentians of the Forgotten Shore, seek out the cause of their anguish, and return to me. Remember, Pathalion, these spirits were once Alliance soldiers. Treat them with respect, honor, and dignity. Now, with elixir in hand, venture south to the Forgotten Shore. So hear the tales of a forgotten peasant, rifleman, knight, and footman. Oh no! This is an old Lich King quest. All right, so this is of some importance that is tied in to the story. All right, so let's go ahead and head down that way. Yes. Alright, first we speak with a rifleman.
How are you?
I don't know what could be taking the young prince so long, but I don't think we can't hold out for much longer. The cold is getting to some of the soldiers. I'm sure Arthas will be back any day now, soldier. Keep your chin up.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got the and the Forgotten Knights. When we saw that the ships had been burned by those savage beasts, our hearts sank. Never have I felt so helpless. I must be going now, soldier. Stay vigilant.
See you later.
And a Forgotten Peasant.
Whoa, what?
Can't you see I'm busy? We'll never have this base ready in time for the prince's return. Oh, sorry to have bothered you. Carry on. And now I just need a footman. There's a footman right there.
What can I do for you?
We'll never get these ships ready in time. The winter comes, and with it our doom. I fear that the young prince has damned us all. Well, I'm sure everything will work out, footman.
Have a good one.
Yeah, little do you know that you're already dead. Here we go. Okay. Alright.
How are you doing?
Oric's eyes fill with tears. They don't know. None of them know. They think Arthas to be some great hero, when in truth it was Arthas who ordered the ships to be burned. It was Arthas who left us all for dead on this frozen wasteland. And he weeps. Not all the soldiers from the prince's fleet perished in the freezing winter. I was only a lad when I was given the chance to battle the scourge. To save our home from certain destruction, I took that chance, Belthalion.
See ya around.
Alright, and the new quest from Auric is The Truth Shall Set Us Free. And he says, Zedek gave this crystal ball to me years ago with specific instruction on its use. For 5 years, whenever I would feel anger, anxiety, or sorrow over the events that transpired here, I was to focus my thoughts upon the orb. I now understand why Zelg gave this crystal to me. Take my crystalline orb to the Forgotten Shore, find the ruins of my old base on the upper reaches of the beach, and place the orb in the center of town. Let the Forgotten see the world through my heart and soul. So use Auric's crystalline orb in the ruins located on the Forgotten Shore.
Goodbye.
Okay, so now we're going to show the ghosts what truly happened, I believe. Which will set their souls free, perhaps. I'm trying to remember exactly what the whole purpose of this quest line was. Alright, and here we are right here. What's this now? Perhaps Arthas returns for us today. Look alive, lads. Today might be the day we leave this cursed land. Oh, sweet Ironforge, how I missed ya.
I apologize, emissary, but the prince is away on an errand. What brings you to this desolate place?
By royal edict, you men are to return to Lordaeron immediately. Lord Uther has convinced the king to recall this expedition.
We should just pick up and leave?
That's correct. My men report that the roads from here to the shore are held by the undead. You'll need to find an alternate route back to your ships.
To hell with the undead. We'll cut our way through the woods, man.
So they were called home, but they decided to trudge on and take on the Scourge anyway.
Captain, why are the guards not at their posts?
Well, my lord, your father had our troops recalled at Lord Uther's request.
Uther had my troops recalled? Damn it! If my warriors abandon me, I'll never defeat Mal'Ganis. The ships must be burned before the men reach the shore.
Isn't that a bit much, lad?
Burned down to their frames! No one goes home until our job here is done!
You lied to your men and betrayed the mercenaries who fought for you. What's happening to you, Arthas? Is vengeance all as important to you?
Spare me, Muradin. You weren't there to see what Mal'Ganis did to my homeland.
Yeah, so he gets consumed by vengeance. That's what this is all about. He let his anger get the best of him. His anger leads to fear, fear leads to suffering. Alright. we are.
Hello.
Alright, Auric beams a smile at you. You did a good thing this day, Pathalion. Hundreds of lost souls are now redeemed thanks to you. Well, yes, all those poor souls, just because he didn't want Uther not getting the best of him. What do I want to say here? He didn't want Uther to go against his own wishes, so he torched all of his own ships just so he could stick it to Uther, more or less. Alright, so well, that's the end of that quest. And the new one from Auric is Parting Thoughts. And Auric says, "You have honored me and honored the memory of hundreds of Alliance veterans, Palthalion. Zelig was wise in sending you here. Please return to him and give him my thanks. He will be happy to hear of the events that transpired at the Forgotten Shore. I do not have the gift of foresight like Zelig, but I am certain the great things await you, my friend. Farewell." So, return to Zelig the Visionary at Winterguard Keep.
Goodbye.
Which I believe is north of here? Yeah, well, northeast. Well, I'm sorry, northwest, rather. Alright, let's fly on over there. Oh, come on. There we go. Should be inside here. Yep, there he is. And there's Zelig. You get an old school thing. "It is I who owe you a debt of gratitude, hero. Auric is like a brother to me. You have changed his life and given renewed hope to countless others." Oh, yeah, we'll take you, because that's more gold.
Safe travels.
Alright, new quest from Zelig is Frostmourne Cavern. Oh, and this is where we're going to find Frostmourne, I believe. Alright. They have labeled the cave as Frostmourne Cavern. Why the Scarlet Onslaught is interested in such things is unknown, but by the look of things, the area surrounding the cave is heavily guarded. Nonetheless, we must proceed. Take this scrying orb and travel north out of town, and then northwest towards Scarlet Point. Make your way into the cave and battle your way to the bottom. Once there, use the orb. Return home with what you discover. Okay, so yes, this is another quest that was part of Wrath of the Lich King, and this, when we use the orb in Frostmourne Cavern, we get the flashback scene of when Arthas got the Frostmourne blade. At least I believe that's what's going to happen.
See you around.
That is... Look, that's nothing here. Alright. Alright. Fly up high and dive bomb into it. Oh, no. Oh, here it is right here. Okay. I didn't need to go up that high anyway. I thought it was a little further away. Alright, here we are. So all the other folks that are here watching this.
Call out to the spirits of this place.
Oh, it's already in progress.
Give anything or pay any price. Only you will help me save my people.
Yes, this is Arthas finding the Frostmourne blade right here. But I don't know if I don't know if it works because oh no, the walls of Frostmourne Cavern shudder and shake. Oh my head, where am I? Who am I?
Behold, Mirrodin, our salvation, Frostmourne.
Alright, so unfortunately we missed the first half of that conversation. For those of you that do not know, most of you that are old school WoW players know this is the case, is that this is the moment where he finds the blade, and they read the inscription on the blade, and Muradin realizes that the blade is cursed, and Arthas says, "No, I don't care if it's cursed or not. This is what can stop Mal'Ganis, so we're gonna go ahead and take it." And gotta get that ore. So the corruption of Arthas continues.
You need something?
All right. Muradin lives. Could it be? I must notify King Bronzebeard at once. I need to consult the orb. There must be some more information somewhere. So, again, the girdle. Okay.
See you later.
There we go. All right.
Jade Serpent guide you.
Cho has grown silent.
Eyes open. Always be learning.
And moving on with the new quest called No King Rules Forever. I know that's a reference to something. I want to say that's a Lord of the Rings reference right there. Let's see. What makes a king? Is it his crown? Is it the sharpness of his sword? The coldness of his heart? Perhaps the undying servitude of his people? Just as it is difficult to say when a sapling becomes a tree or a mountain becomes a hill, so too it is difficult to know when exactly Arthas Menethil passed into memory and the Lich King was born. Where do we draw the line between man and monster? So we gotta make that. Oh, and this is gonna be the last portion here. All right, so we get the Lorewalker's notes on the Lich King, and this is where we're gonna get the toy. So all right, so hopefully this won't be going on much longer.
Jade Serpent guide you.
All right. All right, and this is going to be tell me more about Icecrown Citadel. Tell me about the Lich King. Well, we know about we've already know the Lich King stuff. Let's talk about Arthas Arthas's home base of Icecrown Citadel. He says, once this place was only the site of the Frozen Throne, a prison that encased the Lich King. Yet as the Lich King's power and influence expanded, his scourge armies built fortresses and structures throughout Northrend, the greatest of these being Icecrown Citadel. Crafted from Saronite, the dark fortress is as large as a city. It housed only the most evil, malevolent, and dedicated of the scourge. Those who searched the Lich King utterly would find their home there, at the last line of defense between the Lich King and whoever would dare darken his door.
Tread lightly.
All
How
right.
does today find you?
Is everything all right?
Frostmourne changed Arthas. No longer was he a paladin of the light, but a knight in the service of death. But the people of Lordaeron were none the wiser. His homecoming was met with roses and ringing bells. It ended with betrayal and blood.
Ah, my son. You no longer need to sacrifice for your people. You no longer need to bear the weight of your crown. I've taken care of everything. What is this? What are you doing, my son? Succeeding you, father.
Yes, that's where... Ah, man, you know, the cutscene back in Warcraft 3 where he kills Tyrannus, and then we get that camera shot of the crown falling and rolling onto the floor, and the blood staining the floor, is one of the most horrific things for a young game player to watch. Still haunts many people to this day. And I love the fact that that blood stain in Lordaeron is still there if you go into the king's chamber. They still have that on the ground. I love that they did that. All right. So, was Arthas truly lost?
For a man who had lived so strongly, had loved and fought so fearlessly, Arthas had fallen as far as he once climbed. Returning to Northrend, Arthas continued his descent into damnation, and his ascent to the frozen throne.
Ah, ascent of the Lich King. Ice Crown lies before you, waiting. Frostmourne bids you ascend. So, banish your memories. And the Morning Strike. Direct your rage and sorrow at those whom you have left behind. Oh, we play as the Lich King.
How I miss those endless days in Lordaeron.
Banish the memory of Muradin. We gotta banish the memory of Jaina.
No! You monster!
Uther. And the memory of Teranis.
Lordaeron looks to us.
Arthas, my son, a crown weighs heavily upon your head. You shall learn in time, the wind howls in your ear, that no king is forever.
So was Arthas truly gone? Did only the Lich King remain? It is not for me to say, but Jaina Proudmoore refused to lose hope that the man she once loved was truly lost.
Greetings.
Alright. Well, was Arthas truly lost?
Eyes open. Always be learning.
In the glacial mountains of Icecrown, Jaina braved the Lich King's sanctum on a desperate quest for the truth.
Yes, there's Frostborn right here. Oh, and it says, chill this fag, I'm feeling shit. What's that about? Could it be? Heroes at my side. Help investigate the halls of... Oh, yes, the halls of reflection. I remember this place.
I can't stay for long.
Frostmourne, the blade that destroyed our kingdom. Can you remove the sword, or... My lady, I think I hear Arthas coming. Whatever you're going to do, do it quickly.
Back to my studies, I suppose.
Yes, and there's Arthas right there as we enter with Jaina.
So, you wish to commune with the dead? You shall have your wish. Ulrich, Marwyn, bring their corpses to my chamber when you are through.
Ah, yes, facing these two.
As you wish, my lord.
Man, this was such a rough boss fight.
To meet your master's call.
This was a tough fight
You won't
back in the
deny
day.
me this, Arthas. I must know. I must find out.
But, you know, as we are full strength and all the characters here are still at Lich King expansion level, it's going to be easier for us to cut them all down. These mobs were such a pain in the butt.
And children. None was spared the Master's wrath. Your death will be no different. Warwing, finish them!
Spirits rise once again. Now I gotta take care of mobs over on this side. Crying out loud. Should have cleaned my bags out before I did this. I'm gonna run out of room. Ah, crying out loud.
Death is all that you will find here. Yes.
I can't carry anymore.
Run to meet your destiny. Its bitter, cold embrace awaits you.
I'll have to. What can I get rid of? What can I get rid of? There's got to be something cheap that I can get rid of. And I'll just get rid of that. Alright, there we go. And now we have the general. Oh, the escape from Arthas. That was always a blast. Hold on to your butts, guys, because that's going to be a pain in the butt.
Master, I have failed.
And here she is fighting the Lich King.
Your allies have arrived, Jaina, just as you promised. You will all become powerful agents of the Scourge.
He is too powerful. We must leave this place at once. My magic can hold him in place for only a short time. Come quickly, heroes.
I gotta talk to her? Yeah, I gotta talk to her. Oh, Lord. Alright, here we go.
It's good to see you.
Alright, we're ready. Let's
I
go.
hope we can speak again soon.
Man, first time I ever did this one, and we had to run from the Lich King. Man, was my party panicking.
I will destroy this barrier. You must hold the undead back.
That slow walk. That spooky slow walk of Arthas.
Succumb to the chill of the grave.
I gotta wait for the enemies to come.
Another ice wall. Keep the undead from interrupting my incantations so that I may bring this wall down.
Another dead end.
God, this brings back memories. Oh, the tension of this portion of this dungeon when we had just run from the Lich King.
We're almost there. Don't give up.
Did one sneak? Nope. None of them snuck by me. Did I get him? Oh, nope, one more. One more.
How long can you fight it?
I see another pack. Is there one more wall? This is our last wall? Yes, this is our last wall. Just takes a minute for them to catch up to me because, you know, I'm more or less one-shotting all these creatures. But back in the day...
Much longer, monster.
Back in the
I will
day...
shatter them all.
It took some time to get these mobs down. And Arthas was a lot closer to us before. So it's not nearly as tense this time around as it was back in the days of Wrath. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna go take him out myself.
I'm out of range.
I think this may be the last one right here.
There's an opening up ahead. Go now!
Alright. And we leave the Lich King in the dust. And I think she puts
It's a dead end. We have no choice but to fight. Steel yourself, heroes, for this is our last stand.
Yes. We gotta wait for... Okay, now he speeds up his walk a little bit to get to us. I don't think we actually fight him. I think something happens here. I think she closes the entrance and we're picked up by somebody that saves us.
Nowhere to run. You're mine now.
Fire! Fire! Quickly, climb aboard. We mustn't tarry here.
Yes.
No telling when this whole mountainside will collapse.
Escape from Arthas has been defeated. Alright.
Forgive me, heroes. I should have listened to Uther. I had to see for myself. To look into his eyes one last time. I am sorry. We now know what must be done. I will deliver this news to King Varian and High Lord Fordring.
Hello.
Alright. Okay, and that should be it. Alright. The last time Jaina saw Arthas. Alright. At least in person, to the best of my knowledge. How was the Lich King defeated?
Like thunder after lightning, the anguish that the Lich King left in his wake caught up to him in the end. From atop the frozen throne, he wielded his cursed blade and set his final plan into motion.
Oh, Thanagar, you are the Lich King. The whole of Azeroth is arrayed against you. Show them what it means to be king. So defeat the usurpers atop Iceground. Oh, oh, nice. No freaking way. So it is the Arthas fight, but we do it as Arthas. Okay, so defile, pain and suffering, and remorseless winter. All right. Very much like the quest line we did back in Legion, where the Black Temple fight is redone. Only we fight as Illidan, which was very cool. Oh. God, sneeze. Good lord. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get to it. We gotta slay the heroes. Eventually, we are defeated. Oh, we don't get the cutscene though. Oh, yes, we do. Okay, this is when Arthas dies and King Tyrannus is over us.
Father, is it over? At long last. No king rules forever, my son. I see. Only darkness before me.
That's the tragic ending of
How
Arthas.
those today find you? Jade Serpent guide you.
His reign was short yet terrible.
Farewell. Tread lightly.
Okay. So, you know what? Let's make a little bit of room here. We don't need the room cloth. And this is all stuff I can... Oh, you know what? There we go. And I need 3 open spots, and I have 3 open spots. Okay. It's a heavy story full of terrible deeds and unhappy endings, but it's a story that must be told.
I thank you for listening to my tale, friend.
And that does it. Lorewalking with the Lich King. That's our toy right there. Bada bing. Alright. That does it, guys. That's the final Lorewalking piece. You know, they wouldn't have done that for nothing, I don't think. Which means we may have some more stuff to do with the Lich King a little bit later on, as a little bit of a prelude for those that are not familiar with Arthas and that portion of the story. Because we got to go back to some of these old school villains after all. So I think that's that will do it indeed. Lorewalking with Lorewalker Cho is now officially complete. Thank you for coming along with me on that little journey, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I certainly had a little fun reminiscing with some of that old school Arthas content that I had not done in years, quite frankly. As always, like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I've got more stuff inclined to come down the pipe within the coming weeks. So that is indeed going to do it, guys. Thank you so much. And we will see you shortly on the next one. Ta-ta for now.